Hello fellow Cravers and welcome to another WWE Predictions. It's time for us to gather our tables, our ladders and our chairs as it's time for some TLC. As always you have me GD and I'm joined by my co-host Hanksy. How are you, mate?
All good.
All good? Oh thank God! I thought you cut out there!
No. Seems to be working.
Seems to be working now. Oh yeah. Triple H is pacing back and forth with his water and doesn't look happy, guys. Third room needs to go well. It's going well. We're alright. But anyway, let us begin straight off with a title match. It is for the CRUISERWEIGHT Championship. Whew.
Yeah.
It is our current champion, Kalisto, versus Enzo Amore. Now, I just realised I've got to plug this back in because it's gonna not pick that up in a second. There we go. There we are. So yeah, let us explain what has happened since the last pay-per-view. So yeah, Enzo in his man nappy. So let's go straight into the match. Anyway, so Enzo Amore cheated to win the CRUISERWEIGHT Championship first of all.
Yeah.
And then he basically had a clause that Kurt Angle drafted up for him, saying that no one is allowed to touch him, or if they do, they basically lose their shot at the championship. Then everybody attacked him on that night.
Well, Neville attacked him on the night, didn't he? And then everybody else piled in.
Wait, after No. After Braun Strowman squashed him, then everyone piled in.
We didn't see that. We didn't actually see that on Raw till the following week.
No.
It was a network exclusive.
Yeah, it was actually on the network, but you could have watched it. It was on YouTube as well. But it's still funny as hell.
Yeah.
But because everyone had lost their shot at the championship because of this clause, Kalisto is now part of the Cruiserweights, and he gets an automatic shot for the championship. Yeah. So
it's just bizarre.
And then I think it was not last week, the week before, Kalisto had his championship shot and won it. So Enzo was champion for about a month or something like that, and now here we are with this rematch. So it's nice to see that there's more noticeable talent in the Cruiserweight division now. First of all, the thing is, it was basically just Neville and a bunch of other people for quite a while, wasn't it? And now,
Neville came in late, didn't they?
Yeah.
They brought Neville in because people weren't really watching.
Yeah.
And Neville, to be fair, was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But then. The rumours are Neville's now left, isn't it?
Well, this is what it was. So, it wasn't supposed to be Kalisto having his championship shot a couple of weeks back. It was supposed to be at TLC itself. But it turned out, what we've heard at the moment, that Neville was supposed to be facing Enzo Amore, but he was supposed to have lost to Enzo Amore. Of course, of that, Neville wasn't happy with it. Yeah. Which, come on, I wouldn't be happy. Enzo can't wrestle.
Yeah. It's been. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, we talked about this ages ago, didn't we? When we were talking about Enzo and Cass and what would happen. Yeah. And we sort of said, well, if Enzo, he either has to become a manager, or we talked about the Cruiserweights. But the problem is, he can't do what the Cruiserweights do in terms of the high-flying stuff. So all he does is run his mouth.
Oh, that's been good, though.
It took the heel, basically, it's taken a bit of a heel turn, which has been quite interesting, actually.
Yeah.
To see him take that sort of turn. I've liked the character. But it's just the division's a bit of a mess, isn't it, really?
But then
and then we've gone from the whole division supposedly hating him and all piling in to, over the last 2 weeks, them seems to be split into two factions, and we've now got the likes of what's his name, and Noam Dar, so I'm now in some sort of faction with But unless I've missed something on 205, because I don't tend to watch 205.
No, I don't either. Sorry about 205.
I don't really get how these factions have been created. It doesn't seem to make sense. In fact, even to be fair, even Corey Graves was commenting something similar this week on Raw when he basically said, "Well, how come they're all around? They all hated him the week ago." So I don't feel the story hasn't been set out particularly well on this.
No. But anyway, mate.
And Kalisto, Kalisto was supposed to be brought in to be exciting and that. Well, it's Kalisto. I mean, it's just Kalisto, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah. The thing is, he wasn't exciting when he was.
Neville.
Yeah. The thing is, he wasn't exciting when he was doing other bits and pieces.
No, this is it. And Enzo and Neville were both big stars on the main roster, who were then put onto the 205 live roster, and it gave it that bit of injection. Kalisto, to be honest, I thought Kalisto was already part of the Cruiserweights.
That's the thing. I thought so too.
I'm sure he's been on it. I'm sure he's wrestled not that long ago with the Cruiserweights.
But anyway, mate. So going on with the match itself, who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be Kalisto, or do you think it's going to be Enzo Amore?
Well, I hope it's going to be Enzo, because I think it'll make it interesting. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be Enzo. Because I think it's the only way to keep it interesting.
I agree. I think I hopefully think it's going to be Enzo as well. I think the others are going to interrupt into the match. Oh, also, could the ref in that match count any slower? According to the game, Kalisto is going to be walking out as champion. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. But the match was good. But let's move on to our next match, which is as it loads. The debut of Asuka and her victim.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Oh, I feel sorry for Emma. I really do. It's nice that she's been given a bit of the limelight here, that she's going to be in TLC. She's got a match, but she's going to get squashed. It's simple enough. Even before this match even starts here, we know what this match is going to be.
You know what? They've got to be careful, don't they? Because Emma's not a bad wrestler.
Emma's not a bad wrestler.
I'm not a fan of Emma, but I don't really buy the character. I find it irritating.
Yeah.
But she's not a bad performer. Now, she's, in my view, performance-wise, she's definitely as good as Peyton Royce. Okay, on NXT.
Yeah.
And I think that I think the whole Billy Kay and Peyton Royce characters are a lot more developed and better. But as a performer, she's no worse than they are. They gave Asuka, both of them have given Asuka a pretty good match in the past. So if she just comes in and squashes her,
it will feel a bit weird,
It knocks Emma right back,
It doesn't just knock her right back, she's going to be right at the bottom of everything. Well, she already is.
Yeah. She is, but there has been a bit of character development over the last 2 or 3 months, hasn't there? So they'll try to do something with her character. Well, and now obviously, again, it looks like Nia Jax is now on a leave of absence.
Yeah, personal reasons.
So
yeah,
we're hoping. So again, the rumours are she's not happy with the way she's being booked.
So Raw again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it's a Raw problem.
It's a Raw problem. So, but more importantly, Asuka, she's finally making a debut into WWE.
I was majorly excited, isn't it? I'm really excited.
Well, the thing is, since we knew about her being moved up, we knew she was going to be moved up. It was a matter of time for that to happen. And I think every match that we've seen, especially in NXT, we've been saying, "Oh, this is going to be the match. Oh, this is going to be the match." And now it's finally come to that time. But more importantly, she's kept that undefeated streak from NXT. And
she has.
I would love to see that continue in the WWE, up to her having a shot at the championship.
I wish she'd lost the streak.
You wish that she'd dropped it?
I wish she'd lost. I wish she'd lost the title to Ember Moon properly, and then came up.
Yeah.
Because I think there's an issue with them. Because the problem is she's going to come up. When are they going to put the title on her? Okay, because you can presume it's not going to be long before they put the title on. And then at some point she's got to lose the streak, isn't it? And it's where do they do it and when.
The thing is, who does she lose it to?
Keep it on her.
The thing is, at the same time,
and how long do they keep it on her?
It's not just that. Some of them that are actually in the Raw locker room itself in the women's division, Asuka's already faced and defeated already. Bailey and Nia Jax as well. Mickie James.
So she's faced most of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a case of, I don't know, I think they've got to be careful because if they put it on her too early, then so she has to lose the streak. So if they wanted to keep the streak, then they can't put the title on her too quickly. But then they're going to come up with a storyline for why she's not getting a tip straight at the title.
Well, the thing is, it depends on how long they keep with this current storyline that we've got for the Women's Championship as well. The thing is, it could be that with Asuka, I could see if she does keep with the streak that she's going now, I'm going to guess probably Royal Rumble, maybe either Fastlane or Elimination Chamber, whichever one they get next year. That we might see her having that shot, or actually her being a #1 contendership for that shot. The thing is, unless she gets injured, of course, I do see Asuka being at WrestleMania next year. And maybe either as the champion or having a championship shot. The thing is, she is by none the best women's wrestler that WWE has at the moment.
Oh, by a mile.
And as soon as they do give her a championship, the better. And it's not saying that the current Raw Women's division is bad. It's not. It's a really good division. Come on, one of my favourites is in there, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James as well is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
And it's just that I think it would be interesting to have someone like her there, and with the championship, because you've seen what she's done for the NXT division of that area.
Oh yeah, I mean she's been amazing, and she will be continuing. It's just a case of how long do they keep this unbeaten streak going on. And when does she get to? Because I presume she's going to get a tilt at the title pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because the Mickie James, we'll come on to. We're doing the Mickie James Alexa Bliss match.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah. So that match screams placeholder, doesn't it?
It does, but I would like to see. I'm not sure.
And I've enjoyed the build up to it, and I thought it's been really funny. It's been very good. Both of them are great on the mic. Yeah, and it's nice to see Mickie James being given that bit of a tilt at it.
Yeah, definitely.
But it just feels like, okay, so we're treading water until Asuka comes in. Which then you think, okay, so they're obviously going to give her a go at it early. And she's either going to win it straight away, or she's going to lose it. She's not going to win it, but if she doesn't win it, she loses a streak. And then that's, straight away.
So,
I'm not sure.
Mate, who do you think is going to win, Asuka or Emma? Why am I asking this question?
I mean, Asuka's going to win, isn't she? I mean, she's not going to lose a streak to Emma.
I'm on the same stage here. I think Asuka's going to win.
That would be the biggest shock since the Montreal Screwjob, wouldn't it? If they dropped the streak to Emma. I mean,
hi, welcome to the main roster, and you lose.
Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if they had the guts to do that? But they won't. So she's going to win. I just hope that the man that she wins, I want it to be a decent match.
Same here.
To be given a decent match is what I want.
Well, we both agree that Asuka will win. The game thinks Asuka's going to win. Sorry, Emma, first of all. So let's continue on to our next match.
What was it? Corey Crave said, hashtag Asuka's going to kill you.
Right, I'm looking in chat at the moment, and I've got sayings. I'm sure these refs learnt to count on Sesame Street. It's like they struggle to get to 3. 1, 2. I can't remember what's next. I think if you like, I like to point out our referees are computer trained here in the best WWE games possible. So, yeah. Right, anyway, going on to our next match. It is the Demon Finn Balor versus... fucking hell. Yeah. Sister Abigail, but we're doing Bray Wyatt because, come on, you've got to be really, really stupid if you don't notice that's bloody Bray Wyatt in a wig.
Well, they're not even trying to dress it up as anything different, are they? They're basically saying that the story is now... The storyline we seem to be being fed is that Sister Abigail lives... The spirit lives within Bray and stuff. I was so disappointed.
I want this just to stop!
And Twitter just lit up immediately with people going, this is tragic.
This is bad.
I mean, there is so much that is wrong with this match. Okay, number one, let's start with the Sister Abigail thing. Everybody presumed going into this, that there was going to be somebody.
Before it was going to be an actual woman.
Yeah, we presumed it was going to be somebody maybe from the Mae Young Classic dressed up or whatnot, but it was going to be a decent storyline. And then they did the whole thing where it's like, okay, so it's just Bray Wyatt with some type of veil, and basically looking like a Wookiee.
Well, I like to point something out here. Going into the Wyatt and Bo Dallas's family side of it, they do have a sister. So they could have easily said, "Hey, can your sister come and play this part for you?" Not, "Hey, here's a wig."
They could have very easily found a female wrestler, say either Mae Young Classic or so. There were plenty around and said, "You know what? We would like you to play this character." You know, it would have been so good. But basically, it seemed to be to me the pictures looked like Bray Wyatt dressed as a Wookiee. and then let's look at Finn Balor again, right? The Finn Balor's demon, right? Looks like a pumpkin.
It is a pumpkin.
and it's like, it's basically we've got a giant pumpkin versus a Wookiee.
We've got a pumpkin versus someone in drag.
What's going to happen? Is Bray Wyatt going to come into the ring?
Oh, please don't.
Wearing a dress?
Oh, the game's even given up on it. No, the game's all right. Continue.
6 months ago, Bray Wyatt was the WWE champion.
I know.
The highest title in WWE. This Sunday, he's going to go into the ring, we presume, wearing a dress.
I love this here. Saints, did I just hear right? They are passing off Sister Abigail as Bray Wyatt in a wig. Seriously. Yes.
Yeah,
yes, they are.
Bray Wyatt in a wig and a veil.
It's
just bizarre.
It is. The thing is, we said that we wanted this story to finish at the last pay-per-view for them.
Yeah.
Which was No Mercy. Was it No Mercy?
I like what they did.
Yeah, it was No Mercy.
They did the whole. He fought the demon. He couldn't beat the demon. So, and then I liked the whole. Well, if you're frightened of the demon, what about the man who becomes the demon? Can you beat the man? And I liked that.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Leave it there. Leave it there because this is just
stupid.
I just think it's insulting. Bray Wyatt is such a good performer.
It's insulting both of them. And it's not just that, it's insulting.
Yeah,
this whole idea of this match is insulting Bray Wyatt, is insulting Finn Balor, and it's insulting the intelligence of the WWE universe.
Yeah.
It's
nobody's buying it.
No.
Because it was done badly. I think people could have bought the idea that he was channeling Sister Abigail, but don't dress him up as her.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm waiting to see what happens at TLC on Sunday now, just because of that.
It's going to be a spectacle. I just think it's going to be a spectacle in the same way as watching a drunk man trying to do his trousers up.
I'm looking at the picture that they've got here for the Demon versus Sister Abigail match. And I'm going to be honest, it doesn't even look like they've actually dressed him up. It looks like they've basically said, "Hey, Wyatt, can you just put your hair over the front of your face. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Go ahead with that.
Can you front comb your fringe? It's like, oh man, I don't get it.
Saints, it's like slapping lipstick on the Undertaker.
What are they going to do with his beard?
I don't know. Saints, it's like slapping lipstick on the Undertaker and saying this is Undertaker's wife. Trust us, it is. What the fuck? I need to see that picture. Google, here I come. Seriously, just search for Sister Abigail and you will find that picture.
It's amazing just to see what they've done with Finn Balor dressed as a pumpkin. You know? Again, the folklore around the demon, we love it. We saw it at NXT. We saw it at the first SummerSlam he was in, and we saw it again at SummerSlam this year. And the excitement, I don't feel excited about this because I just feel it's a farce.
No,
I've always felt so excited when it's the demon.
Yeah. Now,
because it's such a brilliant gimmick, and I'm not excited about this.
Now, this might be my editing side of me that I really find the most annoying. But it's basically, when they did the Finn Balor to Demon Balor transformation, it feels like they basically got a movie maker and gave it to a 6-year-old, and here's this clip, and here's this clip, go and mess with the transitions. I'm thinking, come on, you are a multi-million dollar company. You could do better than this.
Its production is usually pretty top-notch. This isn't TNA.
You guys can make it possible that it looks like a guy is strong enough to lift the bloody ambulance, and we will still not believe that, but you can make it look like that. You can make it look like an ambulance gets crashed into something, and the guy still walk out the ambulance. You guys can do better.
Yeah, this is... I just feel... I don't know where they're going with this.
Right, let's just think about...
it's not even a TLC match, is it?
Right, yeah, this is the thing about the whole WWE TLC that is actually bugging me. And I was going to go on about it during the... what we're having a 3v3 match. There's only one TLC match in this whole pay-per-view.
I know.
Why?
We've got at least normally we have a ladders match, we have a tables match, we have a chairs match. And then we have a table legend chairs match.
Oh, something's happening in the ring, mate. I don't know. Oh. I don't think this would actually happen. Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor are now shaking hands.
Handing his notice Is it Bray Wyatt handing his notice and skipping off into the sunset with Nia Jax? Is that what it is?
I don't know what just happened there, but Bray Wyatt just shook Finn Balor's hand. And now he's walking off. Yeah, Balor, no offense, I think Bray Wyatt would have kicked his head off by that point. But anyway, this whole match, who do you think is going to win, the Demon or Sister Abigail?
Oh, it's gonna... I have no idea, and to be honest, I don't care. I don't care. I just think it's a farce. And I don't often feel like that, but on this one, I really don't care. As I said, it's going to be a spectacle.
It's going to be interesting.
It's not going to be a spectacle. It's not going to be a spectacle in the way that Shane McMahon jumping off Hell in a Cell.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be a spectacle, as I say, it's fun watching a drunk man in a car park trying to find his keys. That what is going to happen is going to be horrible, but it's still entertaining trying to watch it.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. According to this, Finn Balor's going to win anyway. I might as well point that out. Let's move on to our next match. So,
it sounds like though he won by the fact that Bray Wyatt just gave in, which, to be honest, the way
that's how it feels like it's gonna be.
He might as well.
1 minute. Saints says it looks like Finn Balor versus Cousin It from the Addams Family from the pictures on Google. Yeah, let's ignore that match is happening, and let's go on with a match that's more interesting. It is for the Raw's Women's Championship. It's Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James.
Yeah.
It feels like every time at the beginning of this, because of how the connection's going, it feels like we're starting an NXT takeover. Just saying. But anyway, yeah, so Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss. It all started out from after No Mercy, where Alexa Bliss pretty much called Mickie James an old woman.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I'm just going to say this now, and I'm just having a quick Google search. Mickie James is not an old woman. She is...
No.
1979. What's that, mate? She's 39.
That'll make it 38.
38. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, 38. Yeah, she's
39, 79. I tell you, she's 38. I'm not 39.
Yeah,
I'm just 38.
So she's 38 years old. I'm going to say this now. That is not old. Simple enough.
No, I definitely agree. I like it. I felt it's been quite amusing. It's been funny.
Yeah.
It's been a good build-up. As I said when we were doing the Oscar match, it feels very much like a placeholder.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed it. I mean, I think I'll say it right now. I think Alexa Bliss is going to win.
Yeah, same here.
I'd be incredibly shocked if Mickie James won. So I think she'll win. But I think it'll be a good match because they're both good performers.
No, I'm going to disagree with you here actually with this one, mate.
Mm.
Now, everyone knows I'm a fan of Alexa Bliss. Simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think Mickie James is going to walk out champion.
You think so?
I think so too. Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm saying this now because I feel like it would be nice to have Mickie James have another run with the championship, especially get rid of the whole. She used to be a Divas champion. No one wants to remember that side of WWE still. And
no,
it's not just that. It's Mickie James is still a good wrestler, and she's been put back ever since she's been moved over to Raw as well. She's been in the background, which is annoying for me. When she was brought back to try and boost things up, she was brought back by Alexa Bliss, story-wise as well.
She was. Yeah, well, she came into NXT, did one very short stint on NXT, didn't she?
Yeah, and then she got moved to SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah, was she on Raw before, wasn't she? No, she was SmackDown, and she came over to...
yeah.
She was SmackDown, now she's on Raw.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. I mean, I like Mickie James. I like her a lot. I think she's good. I think she's a good performer. I just feel, as I said, that this... I can't see it. I can't see her having the title. I mean, she hasn't, as you say. I've been disappointed that she had. I'm glad she's getting this shot because I think she has been just used. Well, at one point she was running around with Dana Brooke, wasn't she? You know?
Yeah, sort of.
Who was, can I just point out, definitely had some surgery.
Sorry, what?
Dana Brooke. She looks like a completely different person. Have you not noticed?
I haven't noticed, no. I'm going to be honest, mate.
Have a look at her the last couple of weeks. Obviously, she disappeared for some time.
Yeah.
I think she's definitely had a nose job like Charlotte did when Charlotte first came in. Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
Saints says, I like Mickie James. When I used to watch WWE and TNA, she was always a good performer. So I think she deserves another run as champ. Yeah, the thing is, I remember her when she first came to WWE. It was fun having her there. She really she pushed the bar in certain ratings during that time as well.
I don't disagree. I agree she deserves a go. I just don't think they'll give it her. Because I think it's just being set up for Oscar to take it. I think before Christmas.
So wait, do you think Oscar's going to be champion before Christmas?
I think she could take it before Christmas. If not before Christmas, in that Royal Rumble. But obviously, there's talk of a women's Royal Rumble, isn't there?
I have heard certain rumours. That would make it interesting, especially with the Royal Rumble itself. The thing is, it already takes about a third of the pay-per-view itself.
They're not talking 30, are they?
I don't think.
The rumour is 15.
Wait, I know. You know what? 15, I think they could easily fill a 30 women Royal Rumble.
With NXT. I think 15 is probably more manageable this year. I think so. I think it'll be 15.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think it this way. Even if they do a Royal Rumble with 15 women, you got to also knock 2 of them already out, which would be the current champions. And then more than likely they'll have a match at least one of them will have a match as well, which knocks at least another person out.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got to have some of the NXT stars come in as well for this as well. Maybe some legends as well, like Trish Stratus, if she
that's
can,
the thing,
and Lita.
They could bring some of them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some who could definitely come back for a Rumble style, you know.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan type.
Even Hacksaw Jim Duggan could join into the match as well. Why not?
Just a cameo, and I think so. You could see some of the older ones coming back.
Yeah.
For that, you could see, as I say, there's plenty in NXT, isn't there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we're just looking at the moment with NXT. We're getting set up for a fatal 4-way match. With Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, and is it Peyton Royce at the moment?
Yeah, I think it is at the moment.
With the other one, hopefully next week, I think it is going to be picking that final spot for that one. For NXT,
there's some great women coming through. There's some great women established already on NXT.
Yeah.
When you think about, as I say, you've got the iconic duo. You've got Ember Moon. You've got Nikki Cross.
Oh yes, Nikki Cross.
You've got Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
Really established themselves. And then you've got these newer ones who come up around the Mae Young Classic and
the thing is,
that's
what the Mae Young Classic has really done quite well. Is that it's brought these other women into the industry, into WWE industry at least. Which they can be in the NXT while we've got enough of them to come in and have enough people to move up now. But then again, I'm looking at it. The thing is, I could easily see Nikki Cross could be easily moved up with Sanity.
Well, Nikki Cross will come up when Sanity comes up.
Yeah.
Which has got to be. It's got to be soonish now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the feud with Trish Stratus still sticks in my mind as well, Saint. So, you think Alexa Bliss is going to win? I think Mickie James is going to win.
I agree it would be nice if Mickie James did win. I just don't think she will.
Oh. Well, according to this match, mate. Oh, great. Are we going to have another handshake? Actually, you know what?
It's very polite, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very polite TLC.
TLC, it's very polite.
Yeah, I don't like this. Do you think Alexa, at the end of it, I think even if Mickie James does win it, Alexa Bliss will go for a handshake and then probably kick her.
Yeah.
I do see that happening.
Yeah, definitely.
I see it ending up with one of them hitting somebody. So, but according to the match, Mickie James is going to walk out as champion, mate. So,
yeah, okay.
And I agree with them. Right, so we are going to move on to our next match, which will be. So it is time for what is actually a 3-on. Let me count this. Five of them. Yeah, the actual TLC match in TLC.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, because we cannot do a 5-on-3 handicap match on here. Surprise, surprise. We are going to be doing it as a 3-on-3. According to this, EA Access just wanted to tell me I want to save something. Piss off, EA Access. Seriously, go away! I don't care about this. No, go. Why is it bringing it back up again? Fuck off. One more? I have no idea what just happened there. That was interesting. Saint says, WWE have a female wrestler in the Trinidad, aka Zelinda Vega. She has wrestled yet, or has she wrestled yet, or is she still just a manager? She's been in TNA and she was a good performer.
She's as far as I know, she's the manager for what's his name? Almes, isn't she?
Yes.
And they did that whole thing of him going off the rails a little bit, and then she came in and she's steering his career back to the top. So that's the storyline. She hasn't wrestled yet, has she?
Not that I know of.
She's been the manager. She's screwed, and she's been she's been important to him. And she's basically.
Well, it looks like he's going to be getting an NXT Championship shot at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going in the right direction, and so she's done wonders for his career, actually. Yeah. You know, I mean, she was the one who screwed over Johnny Delgado with Takeover, wasn't she?
Yes.
And it's been really, yeah. No, but Sexy Rock, she is just very good in her own right. I don't think she has wrestled yet.
I'll give it time, she probably will. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our match. TLC. I'm starting to think about it. There we go. Everything's working again now. So here we are. We are back with our match. So it is what we're doing, a 3-on-3 tag team TLC match. But like we said, it will be a 5-on-3 handicap match. We have got Braun Strowman, The Miz, and Sheamus, but also Cesaro and Kane. Kane's back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Versus...
I didn't see that one coming.
I did not see that coming. That was awesome. It's like, oh, the music's cut in. I'm thinking, oh, great, they're just screwing with us. And then you see him looking at something, thinking, oh my God, it's Kane. He's coming from the ground.
Yeah.
She was Rosita in the TNA, sorry, TNT. Oh, I've been playing too much Minecraft. But more importantly, the Shield's back as well together.
Yeah. It's really exciting, actually.
I'm happy. It's the only way that Roman Reigns will not get booed.
Yeah. It's no, I was really. I was glad they didn't drag it out, because obviously they dragged out the whole Dean and Seth thing, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
The whole will they, won't they, and that, and it went on for 2 or 3 weeks before they finally. And
this was a couple of days.
So I'm glad they didn't drag it out. Yeah, I mean, it was literally 1 week, wasn't it? And it went from the end of one Raw with them, Seth and Dean walking in, looking at Roman, them all nodding at each other.
Yeah.
And then the following week, first thing out, it's the Shield. And then from that, they came out. Then it came out later on, actually wearing the Shield T-shirts. And then this week, it was actually back to the whole, Sierra Hotel
Echo
introduction, and introduction, and the combat vests are back.
Yay!
They have gone back 5 years.
So
I think it's exciting. I'm just worried about how long they're going to keep it going for and how they're going to end it.
My question with this match though is, it's great that the Shield are back, but I understand how Braun Strowman has been put in this match. The first person that those 3 attacked was Braun Strowman. Just thinking, maybe you should have waited. He was going to go and destroy Matt Hardy. Let him have his fun. There was no reason for you guys to go and put him through that announcer's table. Just saying. And so then he got put into a steel cage match versus Roman Reigns to see if he wins the match. He is also put into this match. How has Kane now been put in this match as well?
Well, I'm presuming the storyline's going to be Kane's got a grudge with Roman because Roman retired The Undertaker.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm going with the old idea.
So I'm presuming that's good. That seems to be the only storyline I can think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think the last time we saw Kane actually was after The Undertaker came back last time. His first match, which was after Survivor Series, was it? When they both walked out, and it was like the Brothers Destruction back together, and they both did the fist raise, and then I don't think we've seen Kane since then.
Oh, piss off! EA Access! It's doing it again.
So I'm presuming that's going to be the storyline. That seems to be the only storyline that makes sense.
Sorry about this 1 second. Let EA Access have its little fun.
Yeah.
You finished? At this stage, I'm thinking of cancelling my EA Access just because of that. Thank you, EA, you blood-sucking demons. Don't worry, I'll talk about EA on the podcast next week. I have a lot of beef with them already. This is just going to push it. But anyway, it's all right, but this isn't even an EA game. This is 2K. I just had to point something else. This is the first time that we're using WWE 2K18 for this as well. There is going to be bugs in this.
Possibly the last.
No. After I've sorted a few little bugs out, I'm looking at you, EA. We'll get this sorted. I promise you, we'll get this sorted. But
yeah. Back to this match. So,
yes, thank you.
I mean, the way it's been, see, it could be one way, because I'm trying to think. Okay, why have a 5 versus 3? The numbers seem ridiculous, particularly when 2 of them are Braun Strowman and Kane.
Yeah.
But I suppose if the Shield win,
it looks like the dominance
sets them up as being such a massively destructive force. And then it's where they go from there. See, one of the rumours is that there's a possible club reunion, and that would be probably.
Oh, I want that.
Would be this. Yeah, so I'm thinking about if you could have the Shield, probably known as probably the most dominant force. Well, they say that. I think DX were more dominant, actually.
I do too.
They talk about the Shield as being this most dominant force WWE had. It's definitely in the last decade. Against the club, which outside of WWE are very much the most dominant force. I know it's not the proper club because the club's so much bigger than that, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Club. But if we did have, and the thing is as well, everyone keeps going, oh yeah, but AJ Styles is on
SmackDown.
Yeah, but Finn Balor isn't.
No, Finn Balor is actually the
Finn Balor
original leader of the club.
Originally set up the club, so there's an option there, isn't there?
EA TLC, where you have to buy microtransactions for you to use a table, ladder, or chairs during the match. This match is not sponsored by EA Access.
I'm presuming that's why. We haven't got so many actual TLC matches because
it's microtransactions.
WWE trying to make cutbacks. They've decided, they can't afford the ladders.
But that's, like you said, the thing that does bug me with this whole thing. It's supposed to be WWE TLC. We've got one TLC match. Not saying it's a bad TLC match. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to this.
TLC
It's just that you do know you do not.
It's just disappointing that we're not getting anything else.
They do understand that the TLC can separate, right? You don't have to put them all into that match.
Well, this is it. I mean, in the past, at one point it was TLC. It was TLCS, wasn't it? Do you remember when they had tables,
and stairs,
chairs, and stairs?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I think it was Big Show versus somebody, wasn't it?
Brock Lesnar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Brock Lesnar versus Triple H or something like that? Anyway, it was. Yeah. But I mean, it was just, I don't know. I mean, this year has been like this, hasn't it? It was like Extreme Rules, where there wasn't really any Extreme Rules matches.
Well, it turned out that SmackDown actually was, the pay-per-view of SmackDowns was more extreme than actual Extreme Rules itself.
Yeah. I mean, it's Hell in a Cell this year. I know we had 2 matches. A bookmark, one end of the different ends of the show. The tag team was brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about SmackDown, the next SmackDown one, won't we? But it was a fantastic pay-per-view from those 2 matches. The tag teams was amazing. But other than that, again, you think, I'll tell you what disappoints me, I think, this year, or has disappointed this year. Last year, the women seemed to be really moving ahead. The Charlotte, Sasha Banks stuff, first Hell in a Cell match. They had, and it was like, I think they had the tables match, didn't they?
Yeah.
Where's
Sasha Banks slid off the table.
It was just, but they looked like they were moving on, and this year
it's been lucky. It
seems like it's just gone backwards a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you give it a chance. Like you said, we've got the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, we're going to have a women's Royal Rumble there. We had a Money in the Bank match, which, to be honest, was quite revolutionary for what they did with that as well.
What, in the fact that a man won it?
Yeah, that a man. Oh, yeah. Good point. I forgot about that.
First women's Money in the Bank match won by a man. Wow, a sort of a man. Which was a bizarre decision.
Yeah.
And then to have it rematch the following week on SmackDown was just bizarre.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, mate, the match is finished. Who do you think's going to win, the Shield or Team Miz?
I'm presuming the Shield are going to win it.
I'm going to say the
Shield
is
setting them up to be this dominant force.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Shield as well. I've got a feeling something's going to implode in Team Miz's corner.
That's all I can think.
According to this, Team Miz is going to win. Even though it said Team Sheamus, ignore what it said there. But, mate, we are down to our last match, which is going to be a good one. So, give us a second as we get things ready.
So, Raw seems to be pulling out. I mean, they make some some strange decisions, like the whole BRAY WYATT stuff. But actually, compared with SmackDown, it's the better show at the moment, or it seems to be. But the problem with SmackDown is still Jinder Mahal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I know you hate the Miz. A lot of people do. I think that's the worst of his gimmick.
You're supposed to hate the Miz, aren't they? Yeah. But as a character, you're supposed to hate him. As a performer, I think over the last year and a half, 2 years, he's been absolutely outstanding as a character.
Well, mate,
I think
it is time for our last match of the night. It is for the CTG Championship. Do you think you will get your CTG Championship back as you face Kane?
Bloody should.
So let us begin.
I should do it, Yeah, who would have thought it? We preempted Kane, the return of Kane. Did you know?
I noticed that, yeah. We're smart. We predict
it. I should get my title back because I shouldn't have my title lost in the first place. How can I lose my title to a non-member of CTG? It's just wrong. You've
got your rematch.
I'd be like,
this should have been a rematch. Oh. Anyway, here comes the big red machine. First of all, I've also something I do like about the universe thing now as well. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. They're not allowed pyrotechnics anymore in WWE.
It's not they're not allowed them, is it? It's they
save money.
Decided they can't afford them.
Yeah.
Which is bad, isn't it? They're not short of a penny.
They are not short of a penny.
They're still making massive profits. They just want to make more.
And smash your TV to bits when he's on. Oh no! Don't smash your TV. The Miz is not worth it. But there he is. There he is, mate, with your the new CTG Championship for.
I need that back.
You need it back.
It's mine.
You better win this, mate. I'm just saying that now.
It's your fault.
Don't blame me. Blame Frank.
It's absolutely.
Frank put him in the match, not me. I wanted to be in the match, but he wouldn't let me. But
The bloody ringer in it.
Like I said, something I do like about the new WWE 2K18, in that bottom right hand corner, we've got our we've got the Crave Your Game logo.
Yeah.
And here comes Hanksy. He's been in a bit of a mood since losing his championship, I've noticed.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Mainly aimed at me. No idea why.
Absolute disgrace.
Is that what? No pyrotechnics? I know, mate. Yeah, he's in that kind of bad mood. But he's got power of light. GD was supposed to be coming out here and helping you, but turns out he's not allowed to. So seriously, mate, I was actually trying to get him to come out here and help. But yeah, so we are looking forward to what is coming up. Our next pay-per-view is Survivor Series, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then we've got. I think it's supposed to be.
We know one match, don't we? We know one match, we think.
Do we?
Which is going to be Jinder versus Brock Lesnar.
Why? The guy's an idiot.
Yeah. It's not which one. They're both pretty much idiots, isn't it? It's like neither of them should be holding the titles they're holding. But at the moment, you've got so Jinder's put the challenge this week.
Yeah.
and then Brock Lesnar's going to respond on Monday.
The CTG Championship.
So I presume we're going to get that.
Look at that pretty. It's red and everything.
So I'm watching now, but I'm a bit behind. I've only just got into the ring.
So, it's a nice look. I'm happy with what I did with the championship, mate. That's Kane. He is there.
So yeah, we know that match. I don't think we know any others, do we?
No, not yet.
So.
Oh, there he is now holding the championship. He was not holding that a minute ago.
Shouldn't be holding it at all.
Series with no Survivor Series match involved, I suppose. No. No, there is more than likely going to be a Survivor Series match. I won't be surprised if we have Team Raw versus Team SmackDown at this rate. But
well, it was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we had that last year.
Or we might have Team the Shield versus the Club. You never know, like you said.
Yeah, but that's basically Raw versus Raw, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Raw versus Raw and a SmackDown versus SmackDown. You don't have to have Raw versus SmackDown.
You don't, but I think the sort of the way they're building it.
Dude, you really are pissed.
This week. Michael Cole was talking this week about the fact that this is the only time, one of the few times per year we see Raw and SmackDown competitors going against each other.
Yeah.
So they're obviously building it that way. It is probably the only one, isn't it? Really, because even at the other three out of the big four, they still stick to their own.
No, not really. You got to think like the Royal Rumble. There's an opportunity where you have got Raw and SmackDown in the same ring.
Yes, so you do have that. That's true.
And it's not like
only
even
in that one match, not in the other matches.
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's sometimes when they do have the joint brand matches, they do see to try and get a Raw v SmackDown type of match in there anyway. And the thing is, I'll be happy if no, actually, I will not be happy if it is a Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal match, because I'm still sick of this, and I'm saying this now. He won it at WrestleMania, and we are here at another Raw pay-per-view. And Brock Lesnar's not here. And
it's been quite cleverly hidden away, and it's like they're not talking about it.
Yeah.
And obviously it's been sort of a little surpassed by the fact that the Shield are back. And there's a lot of excitement about the Shield.
It's like, hey, look at the big explosion! Oh, look, it's the Shield! Ignore Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very much distraction, isn't it? Because he hasn't been seen at all. He hasn't done anything since the last pay-per-view.
Well, he beat Braun Strowman, which I'm still pissed off with. I don't think he should have been beaten.
Yeah.
I think Braun Strowman deserves to be champion, and I want him to beat Brock Lesnar. I want someone to beat Brock Lesnar. I want that title off him, and him just to go away.
Yeah, I think he's going to carry it till WrestleMania now.
Why? They already did this.
Because he's not going to lose it at Survivor Series, obviously, because this is going to be a non-title.
It's going to be champion v champion.
On the line at Survivor Series. Then you've got champion versus whatever it's. Then you've got the 90 champions. Is that the Raw one?
Clash of Champions.
December.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming he's going to keep it. Then you're into Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and then it's build up to WrestleMania.
I don't think he'll defend at Royal Rumble.
Well,
and then it's the build up to WrestleMania. He isn't going to drop it. I mean, if he's going to drop it, it's going to be WrestleMania. It's not going to be at Fastlane, is it?
Dude, you was close to getting your title back there, mate. Seriously, if you win this, you're basically... Do you know what would be more annoying? If Kane does beat you here, Kane is the only person who's been successfully able to defend that championship.
I know, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so yeah...
We'll have to induct him into the CTG Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so if we're going by what it's got here on the pay-per-view list, so we've got Royal Rumble after Clash of Champions, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, then WrestleMania. So we've got maybe 5, maybe 6 pay-per-views away from WrestleMania now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could work the same amount as Lesnar. I would be in work one day every 3 months.
I know. I mean, you can understand why John Cena, John Cena being pissed off, can't you?
It's everyone's pissed off. That's why.
Yeah, you know, and I think people, John Cena still massively the highest paid wrestler in WWE, but he bloody works for it. Okay, you know, he's part-time a lot now. He's more part-time than he's ever been, but still. But when he's active, he's wrestling every house show, every televised show.
The thing is,
he's there.
As much as, like I said, with John Cena being part-timer.
He could take a 50% pay cut, which would still be earning millions.
Yeah.
And wrestle 8 times a year.
Yeah.
And then 8 times a year, and maybe do 8 promos in between.
Dude, what happened to you?
It's not a bad job for you.
Dude, you just collapsed in the middle of the ring.
I'm still about 30 seconds behind you.
What's going on? I promise you, I'm not touching anything. For some weird reason, you did a dive on the top rope. You hit him perfectly, and then you decided to collapse onto the ground.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I am not touching anything. Oh, but yeah. The thing is, like I said with John Cena, as much as we do say that he's become more of a part-timer in the ring, he's still doing actually turned into a Spanish footballer. Then,
yeah, I took a dive.
Like he was about to. Yeah, with John Cena, even though he's not doing as much in the ring, he's still doing a lot behind the scenes. So he's promoting it in a different way. Brock Lesnar doesn't even do that. I wouldn't be as annoyed if Brock Lesnar went and did some shows somewhere else. Sorry, there we go. Went and did some tours, went and did some interviews and stuff like that. I would be happy with that. But he doesn't. He basically shows up for his match, does a couple of weeks, has a big match, and then disappears. And if anything, it's harming what they've built up with the Universal Championship, what they've built up with Finn Balor, what they've built up with Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And then they gave it Goldberg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was a joke. And didn't need to be given to Goldberg either. The Brock Lesnar Goldberg match would have been a spectacle just because it was them two.
Yeah.
And it was the third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was whoever wins this. So it would have been a spectacle of a match anyway. It didn't need the title in it. Nope. So why they gave it to Goldberg, I still don't get that.
If anyone should be really, I'm still saying this. I think the person who should be really annoyed by all this is Kevin Owens. Because like I said, of how much work he did for that championship, of giving it to a position where we was mocking it when it first was announced, naming it the Universal Championship. Oh look, it's a red title for Raw. And Kevin Owens did so well with that championship, and then this has happened. Yeah. It's the thing is, as much as we we're annoyed by Jinder Mahal being the WWE champion, at least he's there. At least he's competing in every WWE in every pay-per-view.
The issue I've got with Jinder is I'm starting to find it boring.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a similar thing. Actually, to be fair, the last match he won it. He won it fair and square, didn't it? The sequence have been sent out.
Yeah. Well, I say it wasn't fair and square, mate.
No,
Shinsuke had that win. Shinsuke had that win. Yeah. It was because it was being distracted. The referee was being distracted.
Of course it was. Yeah, it was. Sorry. Exactly. It's boring, and I'm bored of it. But it's not that he doesn't work hard.
No, he does work hard. Yeah.
And his promos are entertaining. To be fair, I don't mind his promos. I find them quite entertaining. You know, it's fine. So have I just lost?
I think you might have, mate. Oh, you kicked out! Oh, thank God!
Oh my God! Yeah. So I mean, I think his promos have been good. I've got no issue with that. It's just I'm bored of it.
Yeah, same here. Oh no! You're going for a second chokeslam, mate. Oh, this is not going pretty. 2. Oh, you kicked out again! Oh my God! Go out! Oh no, he's gonna. What's he gonna do? No, Hanksy, stay down, mate. Oh! Pin him! Oh no, okay. Dude, you're fighting back. Oh no, it's alright. But yeah, like you said, Jinder Mahal, he still works for it, and that's the thing. Brock Lesnar, I understand he's had so much history with the WWE and UFC, and whatever he's done, he's been successful.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think he's done enough in the WWE to be in a position where he is now.
No. Because he can't wrestle like he used to. He can't manage he can't really manage the long matches.
No.
It's just, you know, I've recently been watching some of the pay-per-views. We sort of went back, actually, sort of like 2004, 2003, 2004, when he first came into it. You know, he was bloody good. You know, it's some long matches, and he was really good. And then you look at him now, and even then it was really 2 moves.
Have you noticed what every time in a Brock Lesnar match at the moment, he's always got that look on his face like he's surprised.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Oh yeah, suplex.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I mean, I was he shouldn't have. To be honest, I was annoyed with the Braun Strowman because he won it clean and he shouldn't.
Yeah, he shouldn't have won it clean. Oh.
Yeah, because by winning it clean, it just makes the whole thing again. It just, I suppose it raises him. The idea is trying to raise him into the beast incarnate, but it just doesn't work.
Fucking hell, man. So the thing is, all right. My idea here. So now Kane's back as well. Do you think he might have a shot at one of the championships?
No, I don't think so. Do you?
I'm more surprised that Kane came back. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It's more constipated than surprised. Face it.
Oh yeah. Have I just won? Give me my title back, bitches.
Oh, great. So the CTG Championship continues of no one being able to defend it. You're in a happy mood now, aren't you?
I think I should be able to choose my next opponent after this farce. So.
What? You're not Frank.
After this farce.
After this farce.
I should be able to name the stiff, I reckon.
Oh. Here you go, mate. You got your championship. It's nice and red. Well, have you noticed there's a little bit of green on there as well?
Holder.
Well, no, actually, the first holder is actually Kane, but.
No, it doesn't count. He wasn't in CTG. Actually, no, that's not how it works, is it?
No.
How it should work. It's like, no. How it should work is how it worked in NXT. When they bring a new title in, right, at the beginning, right, they take the old title and retire it, and then the first person to take the new title are the new champions. That's how it normally happens.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for TLC. Of course.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Of course, this is on Sunday on WWE Network. We will be back for. Well, actually, we might as well say this now. We'll be back for Survivor Series for our predictions next month, but also we have got Night of Horror starting again from tomorrow. I think it is, isn't it? From Friday, the 20th, with Alien Isolation. Looking forward to that.
Is that you, is it?
That is me. I'm returning to that. I've got 2. And for things.
On Saturday.
Yes, with Resident Evil Revelations 2. We've got some Jackbox Party Pack 4. We have Party Pack 3 as well. We have some VR Nightmare, Don't Knock Twice, The Evil Within 2, Outlast 2, and of course Dead by Daylight coming up as well.
When's Kev doing Evil Within 2?
Kev is doing Evil Within 2. on Saturday the 28th.
Yeah, that looks brutal. That game,
also, so I can tell you the list now. We've got it here. So we've got Alien Isolation, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Jackbox Party Pack 4, VR Nightmare, Don't Knock Twice. We've got the CTG Halloween podcast. We've got GTA Slasher. What's It? Scarefest. The Evil Within 2, Jackbox Party Pack 3, Outlast 2, and then to top it all off on Halloween itself, Dead by Daylight. And by the sounds of things, there's going to be a new character hopefully coming for that game by that time as well.
Oh, cool.
All I can say is, don't fall asleep. Yeah.
I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a while.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, Hanksy, thank you again for joining me for the WWE predictions, mate.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you all for watching us as well. You've just seen Night of Horror. Thanks. Yeah. Until next time, thank you, and goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.